This is a 2025 Ram 3500 Laramie long bed. And I can't wait to show you guys the very unique interior that this truck has. I borrowed it from Larry H. Miller, Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram here in Sandy, Utah. This truck is available for sale. Be sure to ask for Adrian. Let's go ahead and check out the window sticker so you guys can see options and features on this build. At the very top is the description. Base price is $64,935. And then here is a short listing of the standard equipment. Be sure to pause. Starting off the options is the fifth wheel and gooseneck prep, bed utility, Laramie level 2, so you get that 17 speaker Harman Kardon in there, 14.4 inch display, auto dimming exterior mirror, that is an option, very interesting. All with the floor mats, high output Cummins is the most expensive option. Power deployable running boards is actually reasonable, $995. I think GM, like on the Chevy side, is like $2,300. 50-gallon fuel tank, $295. Destination charge is $1995 with a total price of $84,835. One of the coolest things about the Laramie, and they did this I think last year, was they made painted bumpers standard. And I like that because most people today do want painted bumpers. Now obviously there's a few stragglers out there who just won't get with the program. Those old heads out there, right? They want chrome everything. They want chrome bumpers, grill, mirror caps. They want to put that little trimming on the side that's chromed out. I'm just kidding. But yeah, some people just want chrome. And that's okay because chrome does hold up better, especially if you do a lot of highway driving. Now these headlights, they are definitely a lot brighter than last year's. And I do like the overall styling of them. Now the front end has not grown on me yet. I'm still trying to get used to this grille. It's very busy for me. But apart from that, full LED headlights, including the turn signals, this was an option last year. Now you do have these LED fog lights, which are really bright, parking sensors, black recovery hooks, adaptive cruise control comes standard. And then off to the side here, you guys see that solid front axle. And then here are the tires. This Firestone Transforce HT2 is the exact same tire they use on the Tradesman. Come on Ram, get with the program. Tire size is a 275/70 18, so it's going to be 33.2 inches tall, 10.8 inches wide, has 3,640 pounds of capacity at 80 psi cold, load range E, and I want to say that the 2s have stiffer sidewalls for sure. Now even on this Laramie you cannot get fender flares. I wish they would make it an option. I'd pay $500 for them for sure. But I think it does dress up the truck a little bit. Now what do you guys think about the wheel design? I don't know if I like this one. It has that blackout on the face and it has that machine lip. Very interesting wheel. Maybe if it had like 35s or 37s, maybe it would look a little bit nicer to me. With a little bit more aggressive sidewall too. None of the badging changes with this truck. You guys see those mirrors? You have these stationary lights, turn signals, all power on this side, including your bottom convex, all heat, blind spot, lighting, painted door handles, smart key system. This is a no-brainer for me. $995 for those. That's a steal in my opinion, because they're super expensive with the other two. 3 really. And 50-gallon fuel tank with no protection. But I'm glad that they offer that big fuel tank. They have the biggest for long bed available, that is. And then you have a 7.5 gallon DEF tank. For at least in that main pack. Liner out back too, which is nice. And for this 2025 HD, you do get the full LED taillights. If you were to get a Laramie half ton, they have incandescent bulbs for the taillights. Very funny. Also, there's your step. Every truck I've reviewed so far for 2025 has the step. So I guess it must either come part of that level 1 equipment group maybe, because most of the trucks had that. I guess I gotta go online and build them and see why. Rear parking sensors, class 5 hitch, 4 and 7 pin, LED lights there. And you do have a light that's LED for hooking up your trailer at night. Camera. And then there's your 5th wheel prep package. All your plugs for your trailer. 400 watts of power. Bed lights, step, and spray and come part of the bed utility. No camera or LED lights up there, but you have a power sliding glass with defrost. The 2 kilowatts of power, haven't seen any truck with that yet, and it's probably a late availability thing. 342 rear, and it's gonna have an anti-spin. And there's that spare tire. And here's a side view of the truck. My only beef with this new engine and transmission is why in the heck did they change the name from Powerline to TorqueFlite? This is a ZF TorqueFlite. Powerline sounded so much better, but leave it to Ram to try to be, you know, innovative in changing names, but it is what it is. I guess because of Kenworth and PACCAR, because they use this ZF transmission too behind their class 8, 6, whatever class trucks they use that same transmission. So maybe that's why Ram decided to go with TorqueFlite. 430 horsepower, so it is up 10 horsepower for this year, but the torque does stay the same at 1,075. And that ZF does have 8 speeds, so your steps are closer. I want to say that the steps are about, it's an average of 40, not 40, like 34% average for the steps between the gears, which is down from like 45% from the Eisen transmission. And yeah, I mean, we have to wait and see how this engine holds up. It does have the cast iron block again. They went back to what GM uses. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They were using the compacted graphite iron. I'm not sure why they went back to the cast iron. I know that they had some blocks failing with the CGI, but who knows? Ford's been using CGI and they've had no problems. So there's that too. Serviceability is a lot better because you have 2 of your fuel filters on this side. Your oil canister style filter is right here. And the main reason why you got more power is because the engine does breathe better with the intake and exhaust valves and the intake manifold. So I'm not sure how this engine is going to do over the course of time, so we'll have to wait and see how these trucks stack up. I'm thinking that this engine has so much more power to give, but Ram wants to, you know, take their time, massage it, make it reliable, and probably when they do a complete redesign, we'll probably see bigger horsepower and torque numbers in the future. Check out this Bison brown and sea salt interior. I don't think you could get this last year because when I went to go build a truck, it didn't come up, but sometimes the builder could be wrong. But they have had this iteration of this interior for a long time. My 2018 actually had this exact interior, just named differently, and I think that the sea salt was like more of like a tan color too. But love the wood, love the satin finishes on this interior. The sea salt looks really good. So you have like this cloth insert here. All this is soft touch up here. They did restyle these buttons. Seat memories right there. And you have a 10-way driver's seat. More of that, I guess you can call this suede. Maybe that's what this is. It doesn't look like suede. It looks like a cloth insert to me. It says Laramie. You have the tilt headrest. And I'll show you guys the seat back in here in a second. But you still have just a tilt steering wheel. These power pedals were an option. You have your automatic headlights. It does have the screen. And you have some soft touch on the dash here. A little bit of hard plastics there. Let's go ahead and check out the passenger side. On this side, you're going to have a 10-way seat too. Ford only gives you an 8-way seat on this side. And notice how the roof is a lighter color. And it matches the rest of the interior, so I'm okay with it. And it's going to be a lot more comfortable in the summertime. See, this is why I picked this color interior because I don't mind the lighter color interior if it makes sense. Now you guys see here, you have your vanities. You have that storage with the light inside of there. Down below, yes, another one. So you guys see here, this is the second truck that I have found with this guy. So if you want to use this for a bed camper, you have up to 3,043 pounds of capacity for one. And just be sure to pause it. I did a video on a tradesman that had a long bed configuration. I almost wonder if the long beds are the only trucks available with a camper package. So as time goes, I will see if that's the case, okay? But yeah, overall, this interior is nice. I think that this is my favorite. I had something very similar on my limited truck too. Here's that center. Let's go and check out the back. Here's your storage below the seat. On this side you have the subwoofer, a little bit on that side, and then you have these trays that flip out for you. They also give you these lights, so when the seat is down, it shines on the floor, and you have these removable buckets too. 60/40 bench. Really nice truck. Seat back pockets, you have that full brown on the back, on the carpet, and I like the accent with the seat belts. That looks nice. Really nice interior. Almost forgot to show this too. So you have outboard heated seats, 4 USBs, 115 volt power plug, 400 watt max, cup holders. Let's turn back up front. Here's how you start the truck. And when you put it in reverse, this is a big letdown on the Ram trucks, for sure. I mean, this truck is $84,835. That level 2 equipment group is $23.95. And you don't get bed view camera or 360 camera. I feel as though, come on Ram, let's make these trucks great again. Make that almost standard equipment on Laramie up trucks. I mean, if you want to make it an option on Bighorn, feel free, but I think that on this expensive Laramie, that would be nice to see as standard equipment. But on this side, you do have a 12-inch screen. Let's go through the screen setup really quickly. So you guys see where it's highlighted. Here's everything you can change. So if you want to add something like for the, you see where it says Laramie, you can take that out of there. Let's just say you want to put in there your trip A, your trailer trip information, audio, or just nothing. You have that option. And then you can change on the left side what you see. You can also update the gauges. This is similar to what GM has too. Your fuel gauges, let's go ahead and show that too. So you can hide that if you like. But yeah, this whole screen can pretty much be touched. And if you want to just have your gears show all the time, well, now you can. You guys see how it starts in second gear? If you put it in tow haul mode, it does lock up that torque converter in first gear. That's nice. Now on this screen, very customizable too. You can move things around on this bottom menu. Now if you are at the home page, let's just say you want your heated seats on, but you don't want to have to go to comfort, you can click up here. You have your heated seats, steering wheel, and ventilated seats. You can also sync the climate together by pushing up there too. Dual climate control is on the outside of the screen. I don't know why they couldn't put the sync right there for the outside. I mean, there's just some things I think that the manufacturers are they're just asleep at the wheel. You can turn off the screen if you like at nighttime if it's too bright for you. Also, your trailer brake gain is here. Tow haul mode. You have dual stage exhaust brakes still, so you have full and automatic. You can disable your parking sensors there. 4 USBs, dual charger for your phone wirelessly. This works great on long trips because it trickle charges your phone. Another 115 volt power plug down below. This does slide And they have the best center console. They did remove the USB in this area, but you still have a ton in the interior for sure. Deep storage. Yeah, this is definitely a nice truck. I would like to see full drive auto. They don't offer that still. A little bit of storage on the side there. And home link on this side. Yeah, this is definitely a great truck. I think that for this to be around like that mid 75 grand, like once you get your dealer discount, things like that, this is a really nice option in the marketplace for sure. Let's go ahead and check out that Payload, and that will pretty much end the video. Front gross axle weight rating is going to be 6,000 pounds. The rear is 7,000 pounds. Gross vehicle weight rating is going to be 12,300 pounds. 18 by 8 wide wheels. All in payload, 3,856 pounds. Sorry for that glare. And you guys see the tire pressure, 60 out front, 80 rear. So this truck being the price that it is with the long bed, not bad. That Payload does factor in a 50-gallon fuel tank, so that ain't bad actually. Fifth wheel prep package will take off some Payload spray and bed liner wheel also. It would be nice for every option that you add, they add to the GWR. But if you get the long bed truck, they do add, it goes from 11.8 to 12.3, so that's 500 pounds. But I hope you guys liked the video. I'll show you guys the towing capacity for this truck too. This is still a really strong contender. Anyone saying that Ram trucks are done or they're not going to be able to compete, I beg to differ. For the price point and what you can get off in discount, they already have discounts on 2025s right now currently. And then once all the 2024s leave, which they're actually starting to really dwindle down now, you'll really start to see even bigger rebates on this truck. But I hope you guys liked the video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure your bell notifications are on. See you guys soon.